9, the Ministry of Education announced an exciting new program being offered to Ontario's 4 and 5-year-olds. Full-day kindergarten was to be introduced across the province as a response to a growing need for families and children to have consistent quality education in a safe, nurturing environment that promoted cognitive, social, and emotional development. Many families have wondered what their children will do and learn in this full-day setting. This video will provide a glimpse into a day in the life of full-day kindergarten.
Upon arrival, children are greeted by the Early Learning Teaching Team, consisting of an early childhood educator and a teacher. Children begin to demonstrate responsibility for their belongings and adopt routines that foster independence and responsibility. How the children start the instructional day varies from class to class. In some classes, children begin as a large group. Here they engage in conversations and begin to explore literacy concepts that lay the foundation for early reading and writing.
Do you get to put one across today, Damien?
Nope.
Morning Message is just one literacy experience that your child may engage in.
Ends with a Oh, there we go. We have found another green. There's one more.
In other classrooms, students transition from entry to small group activities, strategically planned to support specific skills such as number sense, literacy, fine motor skills, or social interactions. Large group time will come later once the children have settled in.
Oh, that's a good question.
Students will soon transition to their first of 2 large blocks of daily playtime. Programs are designed so that children have opportunities to select where they play, what they play, how long they play, and who they play with. The Early Learning Team sets the stage with carefully planned centers, stocked with materials that encourage divergent and creative thinking. The Early Learning Team carefully observes this play and enters into the play to extend the children's thinking. The Early Learning Team may also provide centers that are deliberately planned to support literacy or numeracy concepts. These centers may be some of the same centers as in free play, or the teams may develop centers that target specific skills, such as exploring the natural environment, learning letters, or developing early writing skills. The Early Learning Team works together to ensure that activities and lessons reflect the needs of the students. Individual assessments drive the planning for large group, small group, and individual instruction that meets the needs of all students. During play, the Early Learning Teams are able to connect with children on a small group or individual basis to provide instruction and support for the children.
The words so we can write down your clues. All right.
Sound check words.
Take a look at your, you told me you were printing letter D. Let's see if it matches. Find D.
A variety of center activities ensures that students have experiences that reflect key learning areas. In this center, the students are using the Riverstones to develop large muscle movements. One of the key aims of the program is to create a classroom environment where children can regulate their behavior and needs. Children who display these skills understand how to behave in different situations. They communicate their needs better and stick to and solve problems. Here we see self-regulation in action, as some of the students involved in the very active Riverstones activity have now self-selected a task that slows their activity level and refocuses their energy towards fine motor skills and a more cognitive natured task. In another class, children demonstrate self-regulation by grabbing a quick snack to refuel their play. Children are also taught the importance of making healthy choices, which includes hand washing prior to eating. During lunch, children are seated in groupings that foster critical social conversation and dialogue between peers. Soon, children prepare for recess time. The afternoon time mirrors the activities of the morning, consisting of a second block of time dedicated to play, and students begin to experience other events that are part of the school experience, such as the computer lab, the library, and of course gym time. Music and drama are integrated into their day as well. The end of the day is a busy time for the students. Backpacks are packed, shoes are refitted, and the children bustle out the door to catch their bus or to walk home. At this time, the early learning team takes a moment to reflect on their day. Which students had difficulty demonstrating a skill? Who still needs some assistance with solving problems with their peers? Who has shown growth or mastery of a skill and is ready to move forward with new experiences? How can those experiences be provided? Children have quickly adapted to the comfort and consistency of coming to school every day. Full Day Kindergarten offers the opportunity for children to be in a safe environment every day of the week that not only fosters academic growth, but nurtures their social and emotional development during a critical growth period.
Together, 1, 2, 3.
And what do you like doing in the classroom the best?
Centers.
Which center is your favorite?
Blocks.
And why do you like the blocks so much?
Because we get to like build tall towers.